One of the big stories to come out of Decision 2012, problems at the polls, including very long wait times to cast their ballot.
My wait was about 3 hours.
One political analyst suggests voter suppression may be to blame for those massive lines. 10 on your side's Katie Collette got to the bottom of that allegation and breaks down state voting law. Katie?
Nicole, political analyst Vivian Page says the explanation for her voter suppression concern is simple. Look at the areas with the longest wait times, and you'll see most, if not all, are in precincts with an African-American majority. So we took her concern directly to the State Board of Elections.
I'm willing to cast my vote and wait as long as I need to wait.
Knowing that wait would be long at Green Run High School in Virginia Beach, April Underwood brought her own chair.
And the evidence seems to be that there was an effort, intentional or not, there was an effort to keep people from voting.
Political analyst Vivian Page not happy many precincts with such hefty wait times were largely African American.
People were going into Lambert's Point, for example, and waiting 2.5 hours, and going to the Norfolk Zoo and waiting 5 minutes. Those two precincts, just as an example, those two precincts, one at Lambert's Point is a majority black precinct, and the zoo is not.
State Election Board spokesperson Nikki Sheridan says there is no indication voting problems across the state had anything to do with race. In fact, long lines were reported in rural and urban precincts across the Commonwealth. She does, however, believe the wordy constitutional amendment on eminent domain had something to do with the holdup. Page is not convinced.
If it happens everywhere, then you can't complain it's about race. If it only happens in black precincts or minority precincts, then you have to say this has to be a reason.
Lack of electronic poll books at precincts also caused voters to say registrars were unprepared. Sheridan again said that is not a race issue. She said precincts followed Virginia law, which states any county or city using electronic voting machines must follow these guidelines. Precincts with 750 or less registered voters must have one electronic poll book. Those with more than 750 but less than 1,500 must have two. Precincts having between 1,500 and 2,250 voters must have 3 poll books. Now, Chesapeake voter registrar Al Spradlin says he ended up adding 5 more poll books to his largest precincts by the end of the night. Still, thousands waited for hours. As for the concern of voter suppression, what's the solution? Well, Page suggests remove politics from voting. But how do you do that? Hear her explanation tonight at 6. Katie Collette, 10 on your side.